Former President Donald Trump says people will not have to vote anymore if he wins this election. High-level probe after police kill 4 robbers in Negril. Wife killer Omar Collymore gets 2 life sentence, and the West Indies were beaten 3-0 in Test cricket. This is Undiluted News. Mikey Bones reporting. Donald Trump told attendees at a conservative Christian event on Friday night that they won't have to vote anymore if he is elected into office in November. He implored Christians to save America by voting just this time so that he can win the presidential election in a landslide that's too big to rig. And he mentioned that if he wins, he will have 4 years in which to fix the government where they will never be asked to vote again. And I want you to listen to this.
And again, Christians, get out and vote just this time. You won't have to do it anymore. 4 more years, you know what? It'll be fixed. It'll be fine. You won't have to vote anymore, my beautiful Christians. I love you, Christians. I'm a Christian. I love you. Get out. You got to get out and vote. In 4 years, you don't have to vote again. We'll have it fixed so good you're not going to have to vote.
Those are the words from the former president. And you better start believing what he's saying. He already tried once with a mob attacking this to prevent the Democratic handing over of an office to the winner of the past election, declaring Joe Biden the winner. On a better start to believe him and his followers. And I'll have some more for you tomorrow as well. The police high command says a high-level probe has been launched into an organized criminal network following the fatal shooting of 4 members of a gang by the police in Westmoreland on Friday morning. The men were killed during a confrontation with a special police team from the Counterterrorism and Organized Crime Investigation Branch CTOC in Negril Square near the Burger King outlet. 6 illegal firearms, including 3 high-powered weapons, were also seized. Commenting on the incident on Friday afternoon, Police Commissioner Dr. Kevin Blake said the cops are searching for several suspects who escaped during that gun battle. And the report is that several men in several cars tried to hold up a beryllium security guard truck that transported cash to banks but were challenged by a squad of police. The officers intercepted multiple vehicles associated with the criminal network. Unfortunately, the suspects chose to engage the police, resulting in a gunfight. And as a result, 5 gunmen were shot, 4 died, and 1 is being treated after being rushed to hospital by the police. No police officers was harmed during the incident. Deputy Commissioner of Police in charge of crime, Fitz Bailey, revealed that the men are members of the criminal network which has been targeting beryllium courier vehicles. The incident is as a result of an ongoing investigation that started as far back as February of 2023. And out of the investigations, he said we have arrested 8 persons there before the courts, he noted. He said the weapons seized in Friday's incident include 2 M16 rifles, 1 AK-47, 1 Glock pistol, another 9mm pistol, and a .38 pistol. Meanwhile, the government is awaiting legal opinion to determine the status of over 50 Haitians who have applied for asylum. National Security Minister Dr. Harris Chang said that the government is seeking legal opinion with a view to granting legal landing to the asylum seekers. Dr. Chang said landing would be for a period of 1 year. The Haitians arrived in the island via boat after fleeing instability in their country since last year. And Jamaica, you can't even look after their own, but they're taking in people from other countries. Wife killer Omar Collymore has been given 2 life sentences for orchestrating the 2018 murder of his wife Simone and her taxi driver Winston Walters. Collymore is to serve 46.5 years before he is eligible for parole. Michael Adams, the contract killer, was also sentenced to life imprisonment for both murders, and he is to serve 40.5 years after being eligible for parole for Simone's death and 42.5 years for Mr. Walters' murder. Dwayne Pinks has also been sentenced to life imprisonment for both murders, and he is to serve 30.5 years after being eligible for parole for Simone's murder and 32.5 years for Mr. Walters' murder. A 4th suspect, Shakila Edwards, who was found guilty of conspiracy to murder, is to serve 1 year in prison. Simone Campbell Collymore and Winston Walters were gunned down on January 2nd of 2018. Meanwhile, a police officer attached to the Clarendon Police Division has been hospitalized following gunshot injuries sustained while responding to an incident in the community of Inverness on Friday night. According to the police report, shortly after 8 p.m., the constable, who is now in stable condition, was attending a church crusade when he heard loud explosions followed by cries for help. The officer responded and allegedly saw several men engage in an altercation. and there was a subsequent exchange of gunfire resulting in the officer being injured. He was taken to hospital where he was admitted, and the intended target of the attack was also reported injured in the mayhem, and he too was admitted to hospital but in a stable condition. The police are reporting that 2 people are now in police custody following the seizure of 2 kilograms of cocaine and 12 pounds of ganja during an operation on Hartsfield Road in Mandeville, Manchester on Thursday. Reports are that about 7 p.m., the police intercepted a grey Toyota Axia motorcar with 2 persons aboard. The police said the car was searched and cocaine weighing approximately 2 kilograms as well as 12 pounds of ganja were discovered in the glove compartment and the trunk of the vehicle. The police said the 2 occupants of the vehicle were subsequently arrested under suspicion of breaches of the Dangerous Drug Act. Onto sports, Jamaica crashed out of the CONCACAF Men's Under-20 Championship on Friday. They were beaten 3-0 by Cuba in their final Group A game played in Estadio Leon in Mexico. The young Reggae Boys finished at the foot of the points table, failing to score a point after losing all 3 games by a combined 15-0, losing 9-0 to the USA, 3-0 to Costa Rica in their previous game, and now 3-0 to Cuba. And GFF should be ashamed to send such a weak team to represent the country. Cricket, the West Indies were humiliated in their 3-test matches against England, losing all 3 tests. West Indies in the first innings of the third test made 282. England in reply made 376, putting up a lead of 94. West Indies in the second innings made a woeful 175 all out, giving England just 81 runs to win. And this was easily accomplished without England losing any wicket. A very humiliating defeat for this West Indies team. And don't forget, the best news and sports takes place on this station. If you ever miss the news on this station, please go to YouTube, type in Jamerican Undiluted News, listen, like, share, and subscribe to keep it going. That's news and sports on your favorite radio. My name is Mikey Bones. I gone.